Alright everyone, hello again, this is Jeff. This time, the story I'm going to tell you is called The Elves Help an Old Man. Now an elf is a small, almost human, but small creature. Quite small compared to a human. Maybe up to our leg, our knee. They're very small. This story is from Japan. And now, on with the story. Long ago, in Japan, there was an old man who had a growth on his cheek. He had a growth on his cheek. So, a growth is something that's like a growth here. Now, the old man didn't like the growth, and he really felt, he didn't like to show this. And when he was younger, the swelling, so the growth, the swelling was much smaller. But by the time of this story, it had grown to the size of half a golf ball. So a golf ball about this size. So half that, so about this big. It had grown this big on his cheek. The old man tried everything in his power. He tried all that he could. He tried everything in his power to get rid of the swelling. He took potions. He took potions. And he used ointments. He used ointments that he would rub onto his cheek. Ointment. He even thought about having the swelling cut off. But the doctor told him it was too dangerous. So the old man had to live life with the growth on his cheek. Now his friends didn't understand why he was so unhappy with the swelling. They did not think he looked ugly. It did not bother them at all. You see, the old man was very kind. He was very generous. He was always giving things to his friends and other people. And he could dance very well. He had the gift of making others happy. He had this gift of making others happy. One day, the old man was walking home. After dancing, he was walking home. And suddenly, there was a storm. And the lightning and thunder frightened the old man. And he thought, oh, this must surely pass. This storm, it is terrible. It will pass. But the thunder and lightning grew louder, and the rain was coming down harder. So the old man had to go into a hollow tree. So a tree, hollow, nothing inside. So he went inside the tree, and he waited for the storm to end. Now the wind was howling, very strong wind, and the thunder and lightning was coming down even harder. So the old man sat. This storm must pass. It must pass. It must pass. Suddenly, there was a loud boom. Boom! And then, silence. The old man waited. Am I deaf? He thought. Deaf means you can't hear. Am I deaf? There was a din, a big noise. There was a din, and now nothing. I wonder what happened. So the old man was about to get out of the hollow tree when suddenly he heard footsteps. So now he decided to stay in the tree. Suddenly he saw a group of elves, and he shrank back into the tree. Ugh. He shrank back into the tree. Ooh. They were the ugliest creatures he had ever seen. Ugly. They were the ugliest creatures he had ever seen. And he began to cower. Cower means, he began to cower in the tree.